Well, looky here. What's your name again?
Jose Andres.
You're Jose Andres. That's right.
I am.
Hey, Jim Ebert, how are you, my friend?
I'm excellent.
I'm glad.
Excellent.
I'm
Excellent.
glad. And it's great to see you because, gosh,
Likewise.
the time has come.
It has.
Two weeks from yesterday, and it'll be less time when this ends up airing. Is of course what's right here, the Nova Music Fest, another adventure for you, Jim Ebert.
Correct.
These have to be though each year, and obviously ticket sales are a huge thing, and the weather is what
The
you know,
hugest.
with lives it or kills it.
The
But
weather
that
is the
all,
hugest.
yes, that is. But that aside, how excited are you for this one in 2 weeks?
I'm very, very, very got a great lineup. Uh, I mean, we have such a great relationship with 868 Estate Vineyard. The owner Nancy is just really
Yes.
a beautiful person to work with, and just hoping a lot of people can make it. I'm hoping I'm of course praying for great weather and hoping a lot of people can make it because they'll have a great day. Let me rephrase. When I started dating Gina, she kind of asked me because I wasn't really a winery guy back then,
Right.
and she goes, she says, "You want to go to a winery?" And I said, "Hemming and hawing." She goes, "Let me rephrase. Let's go sit outside in a beautiful setting, have a couple glasses of wine and some food."
Wow.
On a beautiful open landscape. I said, okay. All right, let's go ahead. All right. Yeah.
No, that's wonderful. That place, the last gig, and I'm so excited to be emceeing again and even having a little bit of Greek in the Freak at the beginning. But that place was packed the last time.
Right.
And here it is behind me. It's really a special place. How did you originally get involved with 868 to do these events?
Well, we go there. I'm a member. And we really just always liked the winery. We just happened to have a discussion with Nancy, the owner. She's like, "Yeah, I'd love to do it." So here we are, 4 years later, fourth one.
No, I think it's going to be another incredible experience. And boy, I'm telling you, every time that you do this show, Jim Ebert, because of your amazing musical background and current experience, you get people, and this is only three of the incredible lineup. And every year is exceptional. I've interviewed everybody but one band on this lineup. How do you feel about this year's lineup?
I think it's amazing.
Yeah,
I think it's amazing. And I'm a music snob, so I'm a little particular about who plays.
right.
They have to be at a certain level.
Sure.
And it's amazing. People come out, they do it gladly, and just beautiful day. That's all I can say. I hope a lot of people can show up.
Yeah, and I think that's what's really wonderful when I'm talking to people about it too, is being living on music and things, saying, look at all these amazing people that are going to be there, including somebody, and I wrote that article that was in the Zebra newspaper for this month, all about you and all about Cancer Can Rock, and of course about this event. And Jenny Langer is coming to play. She and Carly and Holly as the Honey Larks. I mean, where they've all been. I mean, in Europe and Greece, and a lot of them have been playing. Holly's band, Mustangs of the West, is going. They're all getting together to play for you, and at this event. And Jenny, as of course we've talked about many times before, and better than anybody, was a Cancer Can Rock contributor and involver with you because of her early cancer. It's amazing that she's coming now and playing at a gig like this, isn't it?
Completely amazing. I'm going to go back to my partner Rich.
Sure.
What is it? President of Cancer Can Rock.
Exactly.
And he just second time I saw him Jam and Java. Early on, before he was part of the team, he just came up to me and goes, "I would have paid $30 to see any one of these artists that you had." It's the
Right.
same. It's the same, right? It's the same
Yes.
thing, you know?
Yes.
So,
It is. And one thing, Jim, is so important, and it's something that I always mention whenever I write anything about Cancer Can Rock, and also it's something that you talk about all the time, is that it can either be obviously a beginner musician who's maybe written one song by themselves or none, but loves
or
music
that's right.
and wants to come in and play in your situation, and again shed their grief and worry about cancer. Jenny
Or
Langer,
go
right?
ahead.
No, Jenny
Oh,
Langer was an wanted to be an up and comer. Who knew where she was going to be now, where she's rising, and she said that you guys were so responsible for that.
well, that's beautiful because that vocal is a powerful vocal. You know, we I think we all stood in the control room with our jaws to the floor after we heard her do it.
Did you really?
Anyway,
Did you
yeah.
felt so you felt that she had incredible potential when she did that?
Well, yeah, and she just laid it out there. You know, not everyone does that, but she did. She let didn't leave anything on the cutting room floor, so to speak. She really put it in.
Yeah, and she talked about it, in the article. I love the fact that she really said some beautiful things about, and it's the most incredible way to turn something so scary and heartbreaking into something productive and hopeful. And little did she know what was going to happen even after getting through with her,
Yeah,
her whole soul and dealing with the cancer part and doing that. Boom, she ended up
yeah,
going high on it, and
yeah.
that is really wonderful.
Well, getting back to the one point you said, yes, you could be a complete beginner
Yeah,
just with the song in your head. You can come up to me and go, it goes like this. Ba 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 da ba ba.
right.
And we can do it for you.
Sure.
Or you can be a professional. We cover the range, man.
No, you do that. And in the article that I had, I used a quote from Buddy Spear. I also have, obviously so many of the guys that have played with you that I've also had on the show, Andy Hamburger and Eric Scott, and
But
on and on and on and on. They really feel something pretty magical to
they
do
do.
to do what you're giving them the opportunity to do.
Yeah. When I heard them do we did an interview thing with them a year ago and just let them talk about the foundation
Right,
charity.
right,
And I didn't realize those guys felt that way, to be honest with
right,
you. And I was like, wow, that's amazing.
right.
Amazing.
It is. And talk a little bit about how things are going in that studio lately. I know you've had some pretty intense people lately too. Talk a little bit about some of the recent participants.
I had my friend BJ Kerwin in,
Wow. Okay. And you had
okay.
Rio Scafone,
Rio from Detroit.
award-winning musician from Detroit who was battling
Yeah.
colon cancer, and her
Yeah.
her absolutely wonderful comments about what you gave her, where I was welcomed with open arms. My song was embraced with excitement and passion. It was an entire vibe, a powerful antidote to the cancer mind, and hearing my track wrote a life in the talented hands of such lovely humans felt like
Nice.
home. I mean,
Nice.
Jim, people don't make this stuff up. And
Uh,
and it sounds
Thank you.
like again that lately, and you've really been able to continue to do what you've done, or the most recent ones,
Well, I
and then this behind me.
what was that?
Yeah, this is something that you posted not long ago,
Oh
and
yeah, that's my guilty pleasure.
yes, I love
Personally.
that. And so how does it still must feel wonderful being a platinum level producer. This still must feel wonderful in that
It
studio to do
does,
music.
but it is. The studio is great. Engineering, Sean is great. Players are great, and more importantly, egoless. No,
Yes,
there's just not egos.
right,
Can't have that in this situation.
right.
And everyone gets it. They come in and do a great job. Just it's always amazing. It's really my one of my well, it is my favorite thing to do now.
Oh, that's
So
fantastic.
yeah. So
No,
if I can keep doing this for the whole ride out, I'll be good.
what are people going to get? What are people going to get out of coming to 868 Vineyards in 2 weeks from yesterday? Not and as well as the music that they're going to hear. What kind of feelings are they going to have when they're there for you and for what you're doing, and Rich and Gina, everybody that's involved with Cancer
Well,
Can Rock?
I just hope that they can make themselves aware of what we do,
Yes,
right? We don't, as you know, we don't cure cancer. We give someone a break from cancer.
right,
We give them a day they can forget that they have cancer.
right.
And it's I know it's simple, but that's what we like.
Well, it may be simple, my friend, but there are endless compliments of what you've helped people do to
Well,
their
thank you.
to
Thank you.
where they were. The donations, everybody, to Cancer Can Rock can be on
Mm.
cancercanrock.org/donate, right? Jim, is that
Yep.
still the
Yep.
best
Yep.
place to find? And you can purchase your tickets at the link that's here. It's, it is right over in Eventbrite, and there's a links everywhere at Cancer Can Rock events. Anywhere else that people should know about going to get their tickets, Jim?
Not that I'm aware of. My one of my 5 million Facebook posts, probably.
Right, right. Mine
Yeah.
too. I've got about 2
Okay.
million. They're
Okay.
going,
All right.
brrr. And
Yeah.
I swear, everybody, it's about going, whatever type of level musician it is, Jim, is that so important. You go into studio with these pros, you produce a positive memory for them and their families. And I love your mantra. These songs that have been recorded have been provided both pride for those who have survived and solace for those that survived them. And I got to tell you, man, I'm honored to be a part of this again.
Thank you.
Um,
And thanks for being part of it
Oh,
again.
it's a thrill. And it's also just such a joy to see all these people that have been on Living on Music that are so wonderful. 19th Street Band is so
Yeah.
amazing. Jason, Gary Smallwood, and Michael Fesh. I mean, it goes on. Juliet
Yeah.
Lloyd. Juliet Lloyd is actually singing at the Bruce Springsteen thing that I'm singing
Nice.
June 5th. And I'm like, oh, well, I'll see you on May 26th and June 5th. But anyway, I will see you in 2 weeks. We will continue to push this out there.
That
My
sounds
best
good.
to Gina and Rich and stuff. And we will pray for beautiful 75-degree weather
Do it.
two
Do
weeks
it.
from yesterday.
Do it. All right.
Right.
Thanks, Steve.
Sure, man.
Thank you.